In this video, I review Shutterstock and how much money stock photographers can expect to make there. Shutterstock used to be our best-selling stock photography platform, but things have gone downhill over the past several years. And by the way, in this video series, I take a look at other major stock photography platforms. Among them are Adobe Stock and Getty Images. All videos are linked below. And in this series, I try to answer questions like which websites are best to sell stock photos and videos online to make money. So subscribe to our channel for more insightful data from us in the future. To become a Shutterstock contributor, anyone can sign up. Use our link in the description below to start the process. Before that, you had to submit a certain number of photos for review and get like 50% approval. But this approval process is no longer in place. You just submit your photos and voila, you are in. As you probably know, Getty Images and Shutterstock announced a merger. The merger is pending. I made a video on this back in January. There, I discussed the implications of this move for stock photographers. My take is that this merger is bad news for freelancers. If you know, Getty pays much less to its contributors compared to Shutterstock. So if I were Getty and buying Shutterstock and wanted to jack up my income, cutting Shutterstock contributor payouts would be the first thing on my to-do list. You can watch this video and my thoughts on this merger linked below or here. First, let's take a look at Shutterstock's stock price. Since the merger announcement on January 7, it declined below $20. If we read the merger terms, it says that Shutterstock shareholders can get about $29 per share in cash. So it's very perplexing that Shutterstock stock trades at such a deep discount, over 30% to the buyout price. That tells me a few things. First, the stock market expects this merger to fail, or there is a chance that Getty and Shutterstock will renegotiate their merger terms. My take is that the former is the reason behind this decline. In other words, the US government will likely object to this merger. Why would they object? Because the combined company will control a large chunk of the stock photography market, in the realm of 50% or so. I don't know whether we should cheer this development or be sad about it. Shutterstock is not doing well financially speaking, and either way they may have to cut contributor payouts, again, even without this merger, to stay afloat. Let's see how we got here. If we look at Shutterstock's total sales, we may get an impression that the company is doing well. There is consistent growth, right? Well, not so, especially over the last several years. The thing is that most of this revenue growth came from acquisitions of other companies. Shutterstock has been on a buying spree lately. They bought Pond5 in 2022 and then Invato in 2024. If we strip out these acquisitions, Shutterstock content sales are not going anywhere. Here's a breakdown of their sales by segment. Content includes all the typical licensing of stock photos and videos. The data segment gets revenues from licensing metadata to AI companies to train their algorithms on stock photos and videos. We see that data sales are exploding, but the bread and butter of Shutterstock's business is not doing so well. It has been stagnant lately, with a slight uptick in 2024. If you ask Shutterstock why this is so, they have the answer in their 10K – weakness in new customer acquisition. I have no idea what that means. Was Shutterstock proposition to its customers not good enough? Or maybe paid customers found better deals elsewhere, like maybe at Adobe Stock? I don't know the answer, but I know one thing and can tell you that our Shutterstock earnings have been going downhill for the past 2 or 3 years. At the same time, our Adobe Stock sales are doing incredibly well. If we look at Shutterstock's paying subscribers, their count declined by 11% on average each year. Paying customers have been leaving Shutterstock platform big time. Why would this happen? We can only speculate. Maybe many people find free stock photo websites as an acceptable alternative to Shutterstock and others. Or maybe AI imagery is eating into Shutterstock lunch. Or worse yet, maybe paid customers went to Adobe Stock or iStock as a better alternative to Shutterstock. We don't know for sure, but this is a big problem and a headache for Shutterstock to solve. True, we saw that data licensing helped Shutterstock, But how long that will last? OpenAI and the likes are always hungry for new data. So what if Shutterstock has no new data to offer for them? Well, in that case, OpenAI and the likes will move on to something new. If we look at images and videos in Shutterstock collection, we see a material slowdown. Image count grew from 771 to 800 million in 2024. As for videos, they grew from 54 to 59 million. That's the lowest growth I have seen so far. It's not a surprise why. Shutterstock angered many contributors by lowering their payouts in 2020 amid COVID pandemic. Before that, Shutterstock payouts were based on fixed rates, but now it's percentage-based with tiers and hoops to jump through. Let's take a look at that. First off, Shutterstock does not offer exclusive collaboration to contributors. Their percentage pay depends on downloads for a given calendar year. Royalty for images start at level 1 with 15% pay to contributors. Once your cumulative downloads for a year reach 100 images, congrats, you graduate to level 2 with 20% and so on. For stock videos they have a similar pay structure, but of course it has different download counts for each tier. Also, if stock images or videos get licensed for AI data training, contributors get a fixed 20% cut. Depending on how many photos and videos you have in your portfolio, you may get stuck at a certain level. For instance, I have close to 17,000 stock images on Shutterstock. I usually go through several tiers in 3 months and reach level 5 in 4 to 5 months. With videos it's a different matter. Although I have over 5,000 stock videos, I get stuck at level 4 with a 30% cut in the middle of the year. I don't know how many downloads an average stock photographer gets at Shutterstock, but as I will show you a bit later, probably my wife and I are somewhere in the middle of the spectrum. Let's take a look at subscription plans that Shutterstock offers. Let's start with images. We see that this particular plan costs $99 for 50 downloads per month. Let's suppose that you reached level 3 with a 25% cut. Shutterstock generates $1.98 in sales from each photo for this plan. A stock photographer at level 3 gets roughly 50 cents out of it. The problem arises with large subscription plans. For example, take this plan that cost $199 a month for 750 downloads. Each download generates a measly 27 cents for Shutterstock. For a stock photographer with a 25% cut, he gets 7 cents, right? Actually, in the case of large plans like this, Shutterstock guarantees a minimum of 10 cents per download to contributors. It's hard to imagine how Shutterstock is making money off these large subscription plans. Maybe customers don't download all 750 images a month, and that way Shutterstock gets to keep money that were left on the table. Next, let's take a look at stock videos. Here we see that Shutterstock offers a plan of 10 videos for $159. Let's assume that a stock photographer at level 2 gets 20% cut from a video licensing. With $15.90 in sales, his cut is $3.18. Notice how pay per download is significantly higher for videos compared to photos. On this channel we said many times that selling stock videos is a must these days. If you don't, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. Because there are so many stock photos out there, the image segment of this market is so oversaturated that the pay got worse and worse over the years. But there are much fewer stock videos out there. Hence, the stock photography platforms offer better pay structure to video contributors, at least for now. On top of it, there are many platforms that offer AI generative images, but very few, if at all, offer AI videos. So for now, this creates again the favorable pay structure for video contributors. So if you're not submitting stock videos, I urge you to reconsider. On another note, Shutterstock does not allow AI images on its platform, neither does Getty Images. But at the same time, Adobe Stock is one of the few stock photography platforms that allow contributors to submit their AI images. The ironic thing is that Getty Images and Shutterstock allow customers to create and license AI generative images on their platforms. Okay, so the subscription plans I showed you before came along with standard terms, but Shutterstock also offers so-called enhanced license plans. Enhanced licensing comes along with better terms. Among these terms are usage of content for merchandising, advertisement, and so on. Enhanced licensing costs multiples of a standard subscription plan. In our experience, enhanced licensing happens, but not very often. But when it happens, we sometimes earn $100 or more from a single download. That's right, this means that a customer paid over $300 for just a single photo or video. Now, let's take a look at how much you can earn from each downloaded image. To give you a background, I have about 17,000 images in my Shutterstock portfolio. My wife has about 25,000 images. Our Shutterstock portfolios are public and are linked down below if you'd like to check them out. I would say that our image portfolio is average but somewhat diverse, which helps. A lot of our images are from our travels and have a good mix of landscapes and cities. We submit a lot of editorial content too. So, in the past 12 months, for images, my wife and I have generated 65 cents per downloaded image. And because my wife has more photos than me in her portfolio, she reaches higher levels faster. And that partly explains why her pay rate per download is a bit higher than mine, but pretty close to each other. If only I could come back in time, I would submit all our stock photos and videos on Shutterstock through one business account. That way we would have earned much more money based on this structure. As for our top 5 performers, here they are. We can see that the top performer generated a lot of income from only a few sales. These sales likely came from enhanced license packs I talked about before. But there are these other top performing images that earned money from lots of downloads. Our take is this: the more diverse your portfolio is, the more likely you can score enhanced license sales. Next are stock videos. Here's a background. I have about 5,100 stock videos in my portfolio on Shutterstock. At the same time, my wife has about 1,300 stock footage clips. And again, our Shutterstock portfolios are public and linked below. I personally enjoy creating stock videos. I have many time lapses, slow motion, real-time and cinemagraphs in my portfolio. And I often use gimbal to stabilize my stock footage. Actually, gimbal has been a game changer for our stock photography business. Okay, so on average we earned $11 per each downloaded video on Shutterstock. And my spouse has a slightly lower pay rate. This is so because she reaches a lower level compared to me, since she has fewer assets, stock videos in her portfolio. For example, I reach level 4 for stock videos in about 7 to 8 months, while she stays at level 2. In our previous video on Adobe Stock, we also showed our pay per download there. In comparison to Shutterstock, we earned 80 cents per image download and $6.70 per video download on Adobe. We see that our pay per download is slightly higher on Adobe for stock photos, but for videos it's almost 2 times smaller. That was surprising to me. Adobe Stock pays a fixed 35% rate for stock videos. And of course, this is higher compared to Shutterstock on average. So my main explanation for the differences between the two is this. Likely we had more enhanced licensing sales on Shutterstock compared to Adobe, which pay, of course, more. And at the same time, don't forget that Adobe Stock does not accept editorial footage. And we have plenty of it for licensing on Shutterstock. That was also a contributing factor. So we see that stock videos on average earned us 20 times more compared to stock photos. At least it was true in our case for the past 12 months. But earnings on Shutterstock and other platforms also depend on volume, not only pay per download. And that's the problem, because stock videos generate typically fewer sales compared to stock photos. This underscores an important aspect of stock photography. Stock photography is a numbers game. The more stock photos and videos you have in your portfolio, the more you will sell and earn. And this brings me to the importance of having an efficient workflow in stock photography. If you want to improve your workflow, Take a look at Nick Collection plugins for Photoshop. We use them all the time when editing stock photos. They are incredibly useful in creating color profiles that are hard to recreate on your own, and all this happens with the press of a button. Also, Nick Collection includes many more valuable tools. Among them are Nick Define for denoising, Nick HDR effects, and more. We partner up with Nick Collection to bring a 15% discount to our viewers. Use our link and an exclusive coupon code below to get 15% off your purchase. Next, let's come back to Shutterstock. Shutterstock used to disclose how much they generate in sales per each download. In 2023, it was $4.72. This number is a combined metric for both stock photos and videos. For some unknown reason, this metric has disappeared in 2024. Let's assume for a second that an average stock photographer gets about 25% of that. Then an average contributor probably earned $1.18 per download in 2023. Again, these calcs assume that this average contributor has a good mix of photos and videos in his portfolio. And that's about what we earn on Shutterstock if we average out our photo and video earnings per download. Of course, this is our experience. Depending on your portfolio and an achieved level, you will earn less or more. Overall, our Shutterstock earnings have been in decline, and this is not surprising given that Shutterstock sales at the company level are also going down. So our earnings dynamics from the Shutterstock just reflects what's happening at the company level. It's not clear what's next for Shutterstock. What if the Getty and Shutterstock merger falls through as the stock market expects? Then things may get worse for Shutterstock on its own. They will likely resort to cutting contributor payouts again, and I don't think this will bode well for Shutterstock. As we saw earlier, their image and video collection is not growing as it used to. So if contributors leave or stop uploading, that will be a huge problem for Shutterstock. For now, they have been buying other companies to compensate for their stagnating core business. But for how long can they do that? I mean, at some point they may run out of companies to buy or money to spend. I tend to think that they will likely run out of money sooner than later. What are your thoughts on Shutterstock? How will they fare with or without Getty on their side? How much do you earn on average per download on Shutterstock? Let us know below in the comments. In our next video, we will explore Getty images, so stay tuned for that. Also, don't forget to use our coupon code for 15% off Nick Collection plugins for Photoshop. Like this video if you learned something new today, and subscribe to our channel for more actionable content on stock photography. We will see you next time, and all the best!